Hi and welcome to Kim's Crafty Corner. I'm going to show you how to make those fun and beautiful flowers that I made on my blog. I am using my Gypsy because there are some things that I want to delete from the design of the flower. So I'm going to show you how to do that really fast. I am going to go into the Mother's Day bouquet and I am going to pick the 12th flower, which is this flower right here, and it has these little slots. And then I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to highlight my flower and go into Advanced, and I'm going to click Contour. And when I'm here, I can delete some of the design. So I'm going to press Hide, Next, Hide, Next, and so on until I have all of those slots missing. And now I'm just left with a flower. So if I click OK and I click the eye, it shows me exactly how it's going to be previewed or printed. So I'm going to unclick the eye. And now I'm going to make 8 of these. So I'm going to zoom out. And copy this 4 times. And then I'm going to go back to basic and select them and put them in a group. And then I'm going to go back to advanced and click copy, and then I'll have 8 flowers. Okay, and now I'm needing to go to my Cricut. I have my flowers cut out for my Cricut, and this is what it looks like. To finish my flower, I'm going to use my glue gun, a pair of scissors, and a skewer just to roll my flowers. The first step to do, you're going to cut a petal out, then take your next flower and cut 2 petals out. And you can make this any size you want to, or as big as you want to. On the next one, I'm going to cut 3 petals out. And then on this last one, I'm just going to cut it in half. Now what you're going to do is basically roll the edges of the flowers. One thing I forgot to mention is that I am using some distressed ink to add just some color to the edges. So when I roll them completely, it really will stand out. Okay, so now that I have my petals rolled, one thing that I like to do is take my skewer and make sure I really get that inside crease, just because when I roll it, it's very hard if you haven't broke down the fibers of the petals. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, see how easy that moves once you have it rolled. Next thing you're going to do, I'm going to add a strip of hot glue and then close it. Okay, and I'm just going to show you a flower that I have that I put on a box. And as you can see, the box or the flower itself is very flat. When you get them, when you make them, they come out with a pointy edge. So I'm going to show you how to create that flat look so they can go on pages or any other projects. So what you do is line it up on your craft sheet, and I take my finger and I press down. And when you press down, it gives you that flat look. Okay, so I'm going to take the next flower and do the same. And even if it rips, I'm not going to be so sad because you really won't be able to see that part. So I'm going to do the next one. And I'm going to put my finger in and smash it down. So it's basically creating like a little cup. And you continue to do this until you have all of the petals. And I am also using the 3-petal one that I cut out, and I believe the 2-petal one. So I'm going to finish this and I'm going to show you how to put it all together. Now we're going to finish putting the flower together. This is the flower that I cut 1 petal out, 2 petals, 3 petals. Here are the ones that I cut straight across. I have 2 of those. And you can make this as big or as small as you want to. This is my 3-petal and this is my 2-petal one. And I grabbed another one from the out of the 8 that I used, and I'm just going to add it. And so I like to cut out 8 just in case one tears, or I would like to make it bigger. So let me just show you how to assemble it. So basically you want to count down from the biggest flower to the smallest flower. So I always add a little glue in the center and then offset the one that you're sticking inside of the base. And then do that again. And this is the one that I cut out with 2. The best part about it is you get all these spider webs everywhere, better known as glue. And you just keep building. Just make sure that you are adding the next smallest flower. And it gets easier just because as you can see, this one, it has become like a little cup. And so I'm just going to add another one and offset it. And you can just stick it down. And as you can see, my flower is coming together. And there's another one. And then the center. And there's my flower. And you can see you can make them as large or pretty much the same size with different colors, different inks. And you don't have to use your Gypsy to make it. You can use spell binders, you can use punches, as long as you have enough to cut. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thanks for stopping by.